While many personal care manufacturers are familiar with automating their clean in place or CIP practices, there are still many facilities whose clean out of place or COP practices are manual. In this video series, we'll take a look at the journey from manual to automated COP and how manufacturers are benefiting from this transformation, both within their cleaning processes as well as their production processes. Welcome to our series, The Journey from Manual to Automated Clean Out of Place. Our fourth and final episode focuses on cabinet washers, startup, validation, and beyond. I'm Megan Babb, Senior Marketing Manager with Ecolab, and I'm joined by Pete Barrie, Product Management Director with Sani-Matic, and Susan Youngquist, Technical Consultant and Validation Manager at Ecolab. Thanks for joining us today. All right, so let's say I'm a customer, and we've just gone through the investment of an automated cabinet washer, and now we just got the unit delivered to our facility. What's the final stretch look like, Pete?
Yeah, so if you watched the first 3 episodes, you've seen how involved we recommend Sani-Matic, the equipment specifier, and Ecolab Life Science, the chemical supplier, how much involvement we've recommended so far. So guess what? We also recommend further involvement. At this point, it's critical to keep the experts involved with the system. So once that system comes on site, comes through your door, Sani-Matic has a full field service team, and we can help with things like installation supervision. So it sounds simple, but when you're installing those utilities that contractors bringing in the water supplies, just making sure that hot water, cold water in the right ports, your chemical setups are installed correctly, systems level, just simple things like that can go a long way into really making that startup as easy as possible and as quick as possible as well. Once you start running the system, startup and training support from Sani-Matic is usually key. There's always things that we catch and can help train operators and engineers and maintenance and whoever's working with us with and around the system. It's good to have an expert on site to really show them the ins and outs of the system so that they can get started on the right foot in their actual cleaning, automated cleaning processes. And then validation support, we can also offer that. So as you're tweaking the recipes and going through and needing to adjust times and temperatures and things like that, we can help with that as well.
That's great. Susan, do you recommend a similar approach on the cleaning chemicals support side?
Absolutely. Ecolab can provide that support. If you remember from episode 3, we talked about coupon testing to ensure we have the best process in the cabinet washer. It was a recommendation, but at this point, we want to verify that the recipe that's being used in the cabinet washer is actually performing the way we expect. Part of that performance is ensuring that the detergent is dosing the way we want it to, and that the temperature parameters are appropriate for the cleaning. I remember a situation where we were using a low foaming detergent in a cabinet washer, but it had a unique characteristic that at low temperatures, it was actually foaming. So we introduced at room temperature, foamed up, and the pump was cavitating, really created a mess. So we discovered through that testing that if we heated the system a little bit before the detergent was dosed, we were able to have a smooth transition into the cleaning. So each application is a little bit different, and we find that depending on the plant conditions, the water quality, other parameters, it's just really important to have us on site to refine that recipe and ensure that you're getting the cleaning performance that the customer expects.
Awesome. So once we are up and running, how do we make sure the system continues to clean and function like it's supposed to?
Yeah, so for the system, on the system side, like any piece of equipment in your plant, likely maintenance, preventive maintenance especially, is critical. So replacement of wear parts and other maintenance ahead of uninterrupted downtime is key. You don't want to be starting your 8-hour cleaning shift with your automated cabinet washer and have leaky pumps or things worn out and gaskets, seals. So that's definitely recommended. Sani-Matic Field Service can help to provide that preventive maintenance with the added benefit on top of just the maintenance, replacement of the seals and things like that, with retraining and troubleshooting too. So that Sani-Matic technician can not only perform the PM, but also train new operators that may have joined in the last year. You might have different products and different soils that you're working with, and you want to add new recipes or edit recipes or tweak them. So that helps to keep you running. Sani-Matic also offers an online software for cleaning cycle reporting, and that can also show overall equipment effectiveness, or also called OEE, trends for the system. So that allows you to look at the system and how it operates and make sure it's operating consistently and not degrading in performance or efficiencies. I know Susan has some additional ongoing chemical considerations to talk about as well.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. So it's important to monitor the operating parameters to make sure that you maintain the validated state. So we can work with customers to set up ongoing monitoring of temperature, detergent concentration, and timing in the cycles, and even occasional titrations of that detergent concentration to ensure that that conductivity target hasn't drifted. We can also help structure the validation program. If it's set up effectively, equipment groups and product groups will be defined in a way that new equipment and new products can be introduced without a major upset to the validated state. And when we do find that a new worst case, really tough to clean product is introduced, or maybe a unique piece of equipment is added into the cabinet washer, it's pretty easy to add recipes and amend the validation the way that Sani-Matic's done the recipe builds. So yeah, definitely, we're there to help going forward.
Well, thanks to you both. This has been a fantastic series on walking through not only the benefits and a customer can get with automated cabinet washers, but how to execute the project. Thanks, Susan and Pete, and to you for joining us. If you missed any of our previous episodes, please take a minute to go back and check them out. Thanks for joining.